Hello all, it's Jmix here, and recently I had a chance to talk to legendary DJ Ron G. Ron G is one of Harlem's mixtape pioneers. He's best known for his innovative hip-hop and R&B blend tapes that gave birth to what we now know as the mixtape. He's worked with the likes of Tupac, the Notorious B.I.G., KRS-One, and so many others. For those of you out there who are interested in being on one of Ron G's mixtapes, or are interested in booking the legendary DJ Ron G, you can hit him up at 347-768-5540, or you can shoot him an email at djrong84@gmail.com. Without any further ado, here's my exclusive interview with DJ Ron G.
This is a Jmix exclusive.
Can you tell us a little bit about your earliest musical influences growing up in Harlem?
Okay, a lot of my earlier influences in growing up in Harlem, 'cause I'm from 155th Street, Polo Ground Projects, across the street from the world-famous rooftop roller skating ring, and Rucker Park, the world-famous Rucker Park, where they have the famous basketball tournaments. And those things really kind of influenced it because of, and that time earlier, I say late 80s, they would have basketball games, they would have the rooftop skating ring parties, and they would have, like, a lot of the big hip-hop parties at that time, such as like Eric B., Rakim, Grandmaster Flash, Melly Mel, Kool Mo D, those type of guys. And I would just see the cars, I would just see, the crowds, the girls, the guys were there, and I was young. I think I was like 16 at that time, 15, 16. And then they used to throw parties in the parks. They used to have park jams, we would call them. And they would have DJ battles, and they would have the big speakers set up like real high, and everybody would party till at least 11, 12 o'clock at night until it would have been too much for the community to be, playing the music that loud. So once I saw those things, I said I wanted to be involved in hip-hop. Then I started going out and adventuring into learning about who's hot, what's hip-hop, what's the sound of hip-hop, who are the major players in the game as far as like the hottest rappers and producers. And I just kind of like fell in love with hip-hop after that. And then I started hearing, Red Alert, Marley Marl on the radio. And I remember I used to want to be like Red Alert. I used to want to scratch like DJ Red Alert. And I was like, well, before I be a DJ, I got to learn the scratch like Red Alert because he was one of the most popular DJs at that time. And I just, had my stepfather, he went out and brought me some turntables. I brought the mixer and the amp, and I had like a disco light in my room. And back in the days, you go to like, the Radio Shack or the audio stores, and you'll buy the small little disco lights that flash and change colors. And I used to pretend that I had my own club in my room, and I would just, practice and all that type of stuff. And then after that, I just started, going out into, some of these stores in Harlem that, that will carry records, such as like Rock and Soul, J Variety. Rock and Soul wasn't in Harlem, but they were in New York, so I would go down there to Tower Records, and I would just buy records and get the latest records out there, and then just pretend I had a party in my room. Then after that, I started hearing DJ tapes. Before they were really called mixtapes, they were DJ tapes. And then I was Brucey B, Kid Capri, Star Child, Lobo Starsky, and that blew my mind. After I heard those things, I was like, you know what? This is what I want to do. Not only do I want to be a hip-hop DJ, but I want to make mixtapes. I want every car that drives by that I can hear or walk around. I want to hear Ron G screaming out their car. You see what I'm saying? And then that's how I got influenced to be in the business.
No doubt. And this is what prompted you, like you said earlier, to start blending songs.
Yes.
Now, what was your first setup? I know you said it was 2 turntables, but I had read somewhere that you also had 4 tape decks. Was this also a part of that 2 turntable setup?
Yeah. I had 4 tape decks. I had 2 turntables. I had a Digitech sampler at that time. A lot of people don't even know, probably remember what a Digitech sampler was. It was like an echo chamber / sampler. And the sampler was only 4 seconds. So you had to speed up. Like if you want to sample an 8-bar loop, you had to speed the record up to 78. And a lot of turntables now, you can't speed the loop up to 78. It's only 33 and maybe 45. But at that time, you turntables had 78 on them. So I would speed the record up to get samples. And that was before I had 1200s, because before I had 1200s, you were able to do that. After I got the 1200s, then I would just speed the record up to the highest you can to get that sample. You see what I'm saying? So, I had the 2 turntables, I had the mixer, I had the 4 tape decks, the Digitech sampler / echo chamber, a few keyboards, and a rolling drum machine. And that was how I created all that stuff in them days.
All right. Now, was this setup what you made your first blend tape on?
Yes. I had the HR-16 drum machine at that time. People might not remember that, but rolling well.
No doubt. What a lot of people don't realize is that acapellas weren't as prevalent then as they are now. Now, what methods did you use to get around that when you first started making your blend tapes?
Okay, what I used to do back then, because I was as I got bigger in the music industry and as a DJ, I was kind of helping the industry make acapellas available. But at that time, they didn't have acapellas available. So what I had to do was, and that's how I kind of helped shape the sound of hip hop and R&B. But at that time, if R&B was regular drum sounds, and there wasn't like real 808s in R&B. There wasn't heavy kicks and snares in R&B at that time. So I was able to take the bass of the song and turn it down slightly, and then what I would do is I would play a hip hop song that had bass or a loop, and I would slightly turn that up, and then I would match it as I'm blending. So you may hear the melodies of the songs, and that's what blending was about. If you had to hear the blend, you had to hear the melodies of the original, but with the hip hop beat behind it. So it wasn't just an acapella and a hip hop beat. You were still able to hear the keys, the notes, the bridges, all that that's in the song, but with a hip hop beat behind it to make people appreciate the beat more when they're driving, when they're partying, as they listen to the remix or the blend.
Do you feel that by using older R&B groups and artists into your blends, that you effectively introduced a new generation to the old school classics?
At that time, yes. Because at that time, my mother, she didn't really appreciate hip-hop like I did. She was more into the older songs like Luther Vandross, the Jackson 5s, Temptations, Diana Ross, those type of guys. And I'm younger, so I was into the Spoonie G, the Grandmaster Flash, the Biz Markie, the Big Daddy Kane. So, and every time I was, a lot of times when I was playing my hip-hop songs, practicing, she would knock on my door, turn it down, I'm tired of hearing this bebop, ski-bop, Scooby-Doo. That was what she would always tell me. She wouldn't call it just hip-hop. She had a whole sentence for it. and I said, one of these days I want to please my mom and make her happy by hearing what she likes, which is the R&B, Luther Vandross, Jackson 5's Temptations, Gladys Knight, Tina Turner, or Anita Baker, but with a hip-hop beat behind it, maybe she would like it. And I figured if my mom would like it, when she won't knock on my door within 10 minutes of me playing my music, then that's a beginning of something new. So now I figured if she liked it, then the girls would like it, the older generation would like it, that's her age, and then the younger guys will like it my age because they like the hip-hop beat that's behind it, the energy. So by me doing that, I kind of bridged the gap for both audiences, for the older crowd and the younger crowd.
Once again, this is Jmix here. Keep it locked right here because I got more to come with Ron G. We talk about Tupac, we talk about Biggie, and so much more. And once again, if you want production or a slot on the mixtape with DJ Ron G, you can hit him up at 347-768-5540. Or you can shoot him an email at djrong84@gmail.com. More to come with Ron G, and as always, I'll see you on the next upload. One love, everybody.
This is a Jmix exclusive.
Whatever, shut up.